All right, man. Matt Patricia went to the media, I think it was yesterday, saying that, and I linked this tweet source from Dave Burkett in the description. The reason they haven't shut down Matthew Stafford is because basically of his competitive nature. If you don't know, the Lions have 4 games left. I believe they are Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Denver, and Green Bay is last for sure. All right, let's talk about it. We back, Marcy Sports Talk, a rare morning video for me on this channel, but I wanted to get up and do this video and make it a priority. Okay, but I believe they should shut down Matthew Stafford. There's no point in coming back. Now, last year, if you didn't know, they didn't shut down Matthew Stafford, and he had the same back injury. Now, I don't know if the same parts of the back got fractured, but he had broken bones in his back, fractured bones. Same injury that KO'd Tony Romo out the NFL. It made him go into the booth, which I like Tony Romo in the booth. All right. But with Matthew Stafford, they really think about bringing him back, and it's no point. Last year, had they shut it down and arrested Matthew Stafford, I guarantee you, when that back get healed, and I believe he may not be injured again, because that back would have had 4, 5, 6 weeks to heal last year, and they would have made the smart decision. But everything rides on Matthew Stafford's arm, which for a lot of franchises, that's the case. They main quarterback go down, it's a wrap. So it's just not a Lion thing. It's an NFL thing for the most part. So with Matthew Stafford in the back injury and them not resting him last season and just tanking, and people saying, oh, we shouldn't tank or we should tank or whatever, tanking would have been the right thing to do, because then think about the games the Lions have lost. The Lions haven't lost because of the offense, to be honest. The Lions have lost because of the defense have let them down. I mean, the Chicago Bear game, I think most people believe if Stafford played, they win that game. The Washington Redskins, they win that game. The Bear game, they win that game. You know what I'm saying? They would have won 3 or 4 straight games, and the season would have been looking entirely different. One thing that I'm glad, one thing that's good about Stafford being injured, it's always a good and a bad thing about it. You get to see how good the team really is around him. And you see that the only real MVP on this team is Darrell Bevell and his ability in short spurts to get quarterbacks ready. So, like I said, this organization, by not shutting Stafford down, is terrible. They horrible. They ignorant. Shut them down. Let them rest up. Tank the season down. They already saying Patricia coming back, so what you playing for? And look at the defenses you playing against. Minnesota, they know not for no games. Green Bay defense, they got a good pass rush. Denver defense is still really good. So he's not coming back against, Arizonas of the world or the Miami Dolphins of the world or no teams like that. He going out against a few killers. And then in Dominican Sue and Tampa Bay, they got the number 1 rush defense in the league. So it makes no sense for them not to shut him down because of his competitive nature. That's stupid. It's stupid. Now, it would have been one thing if Stafford didn't have his injury last year. You know what I'm saying? And you think it's minor and he can play through the injury. Okay, we get it. But it's 11th year quarterback. Next year going into his 12th year. Y'all refuse to bring in an adequate backup quarterback, which they find some adequate backup quarterbacks. We didn't know that beforehand. Refuse to bring in backup quarterbacks or draft a quarterback in the future. And you thinking about letting them play again this year after a reoccurring back injury. Not an arm injury, not a finger injury, not a leg injury, not a toe injury, not a quad injury, not a knee injury, not a hip injury, a back injury. One of the worst injuries that have made people retire from their 9 to 5. Injuries that got people disability. Injuries that retired a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback in Tony Romo. And you want to play with 11th, 12th year quarterback with a back injury and not just let him heal up? Only the Detroit Lions organization do this. What are you playing for? Shut it down. Get a high draft pick. Either take Chase Young, take the best available defender, take a quarterback, or move down and get picks and fill out your team. This organization is just like whoever they bring in, you just know they're going to be stupid. They're idiots. It makes no sense for this man to go out there and play. No matter how bad he want to play. I'm shutting him down. I'm creating a roster spot. I'm bringing in another corner, another DB, another lineman or running back, whatever. It makes no sense. especially with that offensive line in front of him. Left tackle trash, right tackle trash. And you want a quarterback that 2 years in a row suffered a fractured back to come in and operate behind that line? Come on, man. When there's nothing else to play for, but hey, let me know what you guys think about the situation. I'll link the source tweet. I'll link the tweet and the source link. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Check out the channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellas. Best donation is to share the video. We out.